Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Sorry We're So Shite, Teach Me TF2 edition. I am your faithful compatriot Viscos, and today we are here with the lovely, beautiful, elegant me, myself, and I. Because I am the only one on this channel with no life. Anyways, today we are covering the Scout class, and we're also making this the introduction, the inaugural episode of Teach Me TF2. I don't care that we already did some of the Teach Me TF2 videos. We're just redoing the format. Okay, good. So anyways, this is our new series called Teach Me TF2. We are starting with the Scout because the Scout is the #1 slot to pick in Team Fortress 2. And we're just going to go on down the line from there. Basically, what we're going to be doing in this series is we're going to cover the stats, weapon strengths, weaknesses, and strategies both for and against for all the classes of Team Fortress 2. Yeah, that's basically the gist of it. We're just going through all of the different classes and all the like. So today again we are covering the Scout. He is a fast-running, high-flying blur that can make it to the other side of a map in no seconds flat, and he packs a punch to boot. So moving on to the stats of the Scout, with very slight variations on this. He has 125 base health and an 185 overheal if a medic is overhealing him. I'm not counting the quick fix overheal from the medic as well. That's just way too many factors, and we'll just be covering all like, oh, he has 110 health with the Sandman, but with the yeah, just no. And typically he has a 133% run speed, which is then reduced to, I believe, 110 with the baby's face blaster, which then can be boosted up to 173 once the baby's face blaster is boosted to 100%, making him incredibly fast. In his primary slot, he has scatter guns, various scatter guns. Basically, they're like, I guess, better versions of shotguns, is the best way to put them. They come in various shapes and sizes, basically. You have some that fire 6 shots, you have some that fire 4 shots, you have some that instantly reload, you have some that reload every single bullet individually. But they're all pretty dang good weapons to use to just kind of charge into battle and just fire on your enemies before, and then leave before they know you're there. For the secondary weapons, you have the pistol, or beverage, or projectile. Basically, the pistol, again, various pistols that have various effects to them. And then you have the beverages like Mad Milk, Criticola, and Bonk Atomic Punch, which have various effects themselves. And along with that, you have the projectile, which Mad Milk technically falls into, and the Flying Guillotine. And in the tertiary slot, he has his bat and his projectile launcher. And just projectile launcher. But most of them are just based around bats, because he's a good old American boy. Anyways, moving on to the strengths of the Scout. He is incredibly fast, obviously, just so fast. No one can even come close to running nearly as fast as him, unless they have like some sort of special weapon. But yeah, no, the Scout, his biggest, most useful strength is his mobility. He can make it to just basically anywhere on the map with little to no effort whatsoever, and in even less time. He has a really high damage output too, especially if you're in that little mid to short range death area, which kind of makes it difficult to take on heavies, because the only way you can do reasonable amounts of damage would be to get into that little area where, the heavy, they put their minigun on you for like 2 seconds and you're dead. So, but whatever, you are incredibly powerful. You just need to learn how to use the class or the class is incredibly powerful. They have a very high damage output, especially with scatter guns. Another thing, because they're super fast, super mobile, and everything, they're extremely hard to hit. They and they have different stuns and bleeds with the flying guillotine, or the rap assassin, or the Sandman. And along with that, probably another one of the more useful traits of the Scout class is his 2x multiplier for the capture rate. So basically, if he's on something that, like some kind of capture point or a payload or something like that, he can, he counts for 2 people because he's so energetic, and he's pushing that cart twice as hard, and he's capturing that point twice as fast, or whatever. Whatever the logic of the game is, he has a ×2 multiplier for the capture rate, and for the other game modes like capture the flag and special delivery. There we go, capture the flag and special delivery. He just runs super fast, so it doesn't matter how fast he captures certain things. I think he speeds up something in special delivery, but I don't know. I'm getting a little too specific and off topic. Anyways, moving on to the weaknesses of the Scout. First off, with 125 base health, he is incredibly flimsy. He's not the only class who's like this, though. However, he is the one class that really needs to be in the fray. Because, snipers and spies and engineers, they hang back. With the Scout, you're only effective when you're out in the middle of the battlefield, so you gotta really move around and stuff, and once you get hit once or twice, you're done. You're done for, basically. Along with that, as hard as it is to hit you, it's as hard for you to hit them, basically, which really comes down to just how well you are at aiming in general, and how well you are at hitting moving targets while you're moving yourself. It's kind of really difficult to play as a Scout and attack effectively. There's lots of times where I get stuck in combat with a Scout, and we're just kind of trying to use our bats on each other, and we can't because we're just moving around so quickly. And we can't hit each other, and eventually one of us gets a lucky shot in. But again, you have to be on the offensive. You cannot be on the defensive. You cannot be stuck in one place for any length of time. You cannot be held down at all to anything. You are very bad when you are on the defensive side. You are very bad when the other team is dominating. The Scout is really, really crap when it comes to defense. Moving on to strategies. Okay, so basically, you want to be Muhammad Ali. Really, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I guess. No, that's a really bad analogy. That's a really bad analogy. Basically just run in as fast as you can, pepper your enemy with bullets as fast as you can, and then run out as fast as you can. Just kind of just peck at them ever so slowly, but surely, and eventually you'll wear them down. Surprisingly enough, because of the whole hit and run tactic that the Scout has to operate by, a lot of the battles involving the Scout are more like wars of attrition, where either you wear them down for a good long while, or you wear them down for long enough for your allies to come in, or for their allies to come in and just completely obliterate you. But but at least you tried. One very, very important thing about the Scout, again, never be held down. Never stop moving. Always move around to somewhere. You're useless as a Scout if you're not moving. You're a sitting duck. Basically, you're again, you're really flimsy. So you have to be really hard to hit. And along with that, stay in open areas as much as possible. Basically, just kind of keep. Just kind of use use the openness to your advantage, because the more you move around and the faster you move around, the harder it will be for enemies to hit you, which will then mean that their attention will be focused on you and not anyone else, really. Double jumps negate fall damage if you're going to take some of that. If you're going to take that, if you're going to take some fatal fall damage, and you still have your double jump left, you know, use that so that it negates the fall damage. And just again, do not get stuck in combat. Do not engage in a fight where you are not going to be able to back out, because you need to back out whenever you get into a fight, unless you know for a fact that you can take them out right then, right there. Another thing with the scout, and this is a weapon specific one, but you know how sentries target different players and all that stuff? Well, if you have the bonk atomic punch and you drink that, the sentry will focus on you more than any other player, and because of the bonk atomic punch's effect, where no one can hit you for 5 seconds or so, that means that sentry is open to attack without retaliation for a full 5 seconds, which is devastating if you have a soldier or a heavy or a demo on that, or even a spy. For the strategies against scouts, I mean, like, just really play to the scout's weakness, where keep him in closed corridors, keep pressure on him, keep him in combat. Just make sure that it's equally as hard for him to hit you as it is for you to hit him as well. So I mean, like, be a scout if you're going up against a scout, which that probably doesn't work out so well. But just keep the pressure on the scout, keep him in combat, keep him from backing out, because I mean, like, if he's in battle for more than 10 seconds, if he's in the fray for more than 10 seconds and he's not showing any signs of backing out, he's just about done for. And just one last tip, for being against scouts, really, aim for where they're going, not where they are, because if you shoot at where they are, they're already past that, so because they move so fast. So you want to shoot to where they're going rather than where they are right now. And I think that's one of the bigger things with the scout class, that a lot of people really need help with. And that about does it, really. I mean, like, just scout, he uses his high mobility to the utmost. He has certain weapons that boost or take away from his mobility, but I mean, like, most of his weapons deal with mobility, or a lot of his weapons at least deal with mobility in some way or another. And that about does it. So yeah, just let me know what you think about this series. More people will be coming on in the near future. I'm just doing this because I'm the only one with free time at the moment. And yeah, I hope you found this helpful and informative. Just let me know in the comment section below what you think could be improved, could be taken away, could be just whatever. Just any critiques that you have for this series, just put it in the comment section below. Because I seriously cry myself to sleep every night because that comment section is that comment section is perpetually empty, and it makes me cry, and I can't get to sleep because of you, YouTube, and I hate you for that, but I love you all the same. But anyways, yeah, so just let me know what you think, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Holidays, and I guess happy birthday to you, which tomorrow is going to be my birthday, which means that yeah, so happy birthday to me, and just piss off, YouTube.